The refugees in the Vezjak camp are all playing a losing hand. The camp formed in mid-June when the people of the local town of Bihać protested to have the refugees banned from the city centre. Since then, police have been bringing them here to what they call the jungle.
We didn't have any other options where we are going. If we are trying to go in Croatia, so Croatia stops. If we are trying to go in Bihać, so Bihać stops. I think inside in jungle, nothing have market. If you have market, no have electricity. So I think it's very, very critical life to passing over there in camp.
Most of the 500 or more men here want to make their way north into the EU, but are being intercepted by Croatian and Bosnian police, who they accuse of heavy-handedness.
Take my mobile, money, and hit me, boxing and punch and stick.
Local authorities haven't got back to our request for comment. This camp is on the southern edge of the European Union's external border, and the mountainous region between the two countries is being patrolled. The European Union has now readied its own border force to protect the external border by crossing over into countries like Bosnia and Herzegovina.
We can't just do that from our side of the borders, from the EU side of the borders, that we also need to work with third countries, with our partners, like the Western Balkan countries, like Bosnia and Herzegovina, and support them in their border management, because we can't leave them alone to do it either.
Allahu Akbar!
An imam calls to prayer for the makeshift mosque. 6 weeks was enough to rebuild a daily structure. One of the hardest things for the men living in this camp is that they simply don't know when they're going to be able to leave. The police block the one road exiting and entering this camp, and while that's the case, they're stuck. There's posters on the walls here telling people where the landmines left over from the war of the early 90s remain. The local Red Cross is running the camp and gives the men 2 meals a day.
Conditions for them are not that good, but we are trying every day to make it better as much as we can.
One of the main problems is the lack of a proper medical station, like the other 3 refugee camps in the area, run by the International Organization for Migration, have. But still, many people in the town insist they shouldn't be allowed back in.
Die hinterlassen natürlich sehr viel Müll, sind sehr kriminell, ganz wichtig, ganz großes Thema. Und ja, also geht gar nicht.
So for now, they're stuck here making do the best they can. And as I leave the camp, new arrivals. Jack Parrick, Euronews, Bihać, Bosnia and Herzegovina.